All right, we are getting into week 4. You're over halfway through Lent. I hope you have had lots of fruits from your sacrifices this year. So, anyway, this week is about weekly and daily habits that are not related to food. Go figure. So, of course, I would love to go on juicing or heating up meat stock every day and blah, blah, blah. But there's so many options and everybody is so different that you really have to figure those habits out yourself. Today, I want to focus on things that you don't necessarily think about, let alone think about to be important. But they really do make a big effect on your health, your mental health, and your physical health. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Go get a napkin, please. Stop licking the floor. Go get a napkin right there on the floor. Okay. So the first thing I was going to talk about is chewing your food. I'm terrible at this. I think I wait too long and I'm really hungry and then I just chomp and swallow. The reason this is important, there's many reasons. And basically your teeth grind up your food and make it much more accessible to the rest of your digestive tract. And secondly, when you're eating, all the receptors in your mouth are actually telling your brain, which tells your gut what to do about this food. Okay, so say, you're eating a whole bunch of carbs or proteins or fats, whatever it is. Your brain tells your gut what enzymes and digestive juices and so on that it needs to stimulate to prepare for the food that's coming in your mouth. On the reverse of this, when you eat something with, say for instance, MSG in it, it tells your brain that it has something meat and savory, and then your body makes those things and then it's trying to digest your food and it's like, oh, actually that's not what's here. There's nothing here. We're hungry. You need to eat more. You didn't get enough. And so a lot of the chemicals in food are actually tricking your brain and offsetting, your digestive system, which is why a lot of these fast foods are addictive because, you always feel like you need more. You're never really full. You might feel bloated and gross, but you're not a satisfied level because your brain has been notified by the gut, something's not here that you said was here, and there's a disconnect. So, chewing your food is very important. Along with the next thing, there are two branches of your nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. The sympathetic has to deal with your stress and your fight or flight, and basically sends your body on high alert, which means it only does the necessary things: breathing, brain function, alertness, heart racing, you're very intense. Whereas parasympathetic has to do with your rest and digest, they say, which is extremely important in the digest. When you're in that sympathetic, on the go, moving around, your body really can't absorb your food to the extent that it can when you're just sitting and eating and you have a calm mind. So that's something, that's a good habit to try to help yourself heal. In addition to those two systems, I want to talk about stress and how it can affect your body. Dr. Natasha gets into this in her Yellow Gaps book, and she probably does in the blue one too. But when you are stressed, your body just cannot heal, especially depending on the level of your stress. But the more stressed you are, the less your body can focus on healing and rejuvenation. And that's why people are like, oh, it was the stress that caused this. And it really affects your liver and your microbiome and your ability to heal and detoxify. So, but stress in itself is not something that happens to you. It's not like, oh, I'm pregnant. Well, that's a little different because that's a physical stress. It's not the circumstances. Although, if you're putting yourself in circumstances and causing your own stress, that's different. But so, I don't know, say something happened traumatic for, you lost your job, or, something happened to your child, or something, crazy. Your reaction to that, whether you can, and I know this is difficult, I'm not saying this is easy, but, accepting what has happened in your life, or you can be stressed about it and not accept it and be angry. And your emotional reaction and how you handle it is what stress is. It's not that somebody talked nasty to you, but it's how you reacted. If you let that let what they say affect who you are in a negative way, then you allowed them or the devil to work through them to affect your well-being. And as a Christian, a lot of the things we focus on is our self-control. And so that applies in terms of physical healing as well in relationship to stress. And just remembering that all of our life circumstances are ultimately allowed by our Lord. Even if they're horrible and they feel horrible. I mean, I've been through some, rough things with my health. And I remember just praying, like, Lord, like, I know, like, all I want to do is take care of my family, and I am here in bed, and I can't do anything. My body is worth nothing, really, right now. But ultimately, I trust you, God, that these circumstances are for the betterment of my soul or my family's souls, and this is the way it's supposed to be. And that trust can really give you a lot of peace, I think. So these other last few habits have to do with being outside and your skin, and how that relationship of being in nature can really help you in general, and with your stress and with your healing. So there's a whole bunch of information on earthing, and I don't know a lot of it. I just know that walking outside barefoot, especially on like really natural areas that haven't been sprayed, is really beneficial for the interaction of our bodies and the earth. And so I think it has to do with the electromagnetic field, but also the bacteria of the earth in relationship to the microbiome of our body. In addition to this, we really need to be in the sun. I know this is so controversial, and people are like, oh, I get burnt in no time. And I would tell those people that there's a good chance you're not eating enough vitamin C and animal fats. Vitamin C and animal fats actually help your body heal and tolerate the sun so much better. I'm certainly not telling you to go out into the sun to burn yourself, but sitting in the sun and trying to, especially if you can just sit for even 10 minutes and close your eyes and let the sun beat on your face, behind your eyes, you really can absorb a lot of vitamin D for storage for other times. The vitamin D that lands on your skin is converted. Vitamin D is almost like a hormone to our body, more so than a vitamin. I think they're finding this out. And the cholesterol under your skin helps take the vitamin D to various parts of your body. It's just so, I don't know how many times, you go on vacation, and it can still be stressful, but you just feel so rejuvenated sitting in the sun or on the beach. For us, vacation means the beach, and feeling the waves and getting all the warmth and relaxation and vitamin D from the sun. So I've been trying to do that at least twice a week, being out, especially right now. What I do in the spring is every spring I try to go out a few times a week at the peak of the day, like anywhere from noon to 1, or thereabouts, you know, I'm not that strict, and just sit out or be outside facing the sun for at least half an hour to an hour. That way in the spring, when I'm working outside more and more, and then we get to the summer, we're not dealing with sunburns because we're used to being outside. I don't think it was long ago that people were just naturally outside all the time because that's what they had to do to survive. They had to go get their firewood. They had to go, you know, down into their cellar and get their food if they didn't have one in their base, you know, under their house. And even still, they probably had livestock to tend. So they were outside a lot more than we are. And I think that is one of those things that helped them stay healthier and stronger through winter, spring, and not get sunburned in the summer. Lastly, this is going to, we're going to get more in detail on this in 2 weeks, but this week, another habit that we try to do, and almost everybody in our family easily does this and loves this, are detox baths. And I have a whole video about this that I will link, but it's just something we do. I have noticed I've been doing heavy Epsom salt. At one point I was doing more apple cider vinegar. At another point I was doing more baking soda. And I think depending on what my body's going through, depends on what exactly I need at that time. And it's been really helpful. Of course, it's nice to relax in your bathtub. I do not look at these baths like a luxury. I look at them like a necessity. And a lot of times I even keep my evenings mostly clear, or at least know that I have a half an hour to an hour before 9 o'clock, you know, we eat dinner a little earlier, so between 6:30 and 9, that's my time frame. If I need a bath that day, then I can take one. If we have a busy evening and I'm feeling crummy, I will make it a priority to take a bath in the afternoon. And usually it's wonderful and I feel great for the rest of the evening and I'm not dragging at whatever event I had to go through. Detox baths are a really good habit to build into your schedule. What we'll get into in a few weeks is about how important your skin is and skin care essentially, because your skin is a sponge and really absorbs everything you're exposed to. So that is why the detox baths work. So that is enough for this week. I hope that gave you a few ideas. Hopefully these are ways to help your stress level go down, help you absorb your food better. You know, if you're paying for good quality food, you want to absorb it. And I just hope your mental health can benefit from these. There's no sense in keeping yourself too busy all the time if it's not helping your soul go to heaven. So I'll leave you with that thought once again. I hope you can share some more ideas in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Thanks for watching. Bye.